Welcome. So glad to be with you. Time got away from me, so I apologize for being a couple minutes late, but so glad to be with you and just welcome to this week's live. I'm Tim Fortescue, an internal family systems practitioner. Excuse me. This model has been life changing for me personally and for the clients that I have the privilege of walking alongside. And so glad that you're here and tell you it's good for me to pause. Hectic morning, and this community holds space for me too, and so grateful. Whether you're joining for the very first time live, or if you're watching a recording, or if you've been with us week after week, try to do this each week, 9 a.m. US Central or Chicago time on Tuesdays. But whether you've been with us week after week, multiple times, or if it's your first time, your presence truly matters. This is a space where we can pause together and breathe for a bit and turn inward with just a little more curiosity and compassion and joining others on this IFS and parts work journey to hold space for one another. Each week, we explore different aspects of IFS, not just as abstract ideas, but as living, breathing invitations to meet ourselves more fully. You may notice parts of you eager to learn, others a bit skeptical, maybe even some that feel weary. All of them are welcome here. In fact, that's the heart of what we're doing here and the heart of this work, creating room for every part of us to be seen, honored, and gently understood. So, as we begin, I invite you just settle in and pause for just a bit. Let your shoulders drop. Take a couple slow breaths. And simply notice who's here inside with you today. Which parts are most present? And just becoming aware is enough. Well, I'm so grateful to share this time with you. So let's step into today's live together with a little openness, kindness, and the courage to listen deeply. And remember, too, it only takes a drop if you've got parts that may be having a hard time today. They're welcome to. You're not alone. Let them know they're not alone. And at the end of our time, I'll take your questions so we can explore together in real time. If you're live, if you're watching the recording, go ahead and put your questions into, and we'll engage with you throughout the week. Before we dive in, if you haven't already, I encourage you to hit the like button for this video. Helps the algorithms pick it up from what I hear and know that we're here and active. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and that'll help you be aware when I post new content or go live, and share with others that you may think may benefit from some of the work that we're doing here. And you can find out more about me on my website, faithfullygrowing.com. You can always send me an email too to tim@faithfullygrowing.com. And check out the Faithfully Growing community too. And let me know if you have questions about that, but you can click the top banner. So today, going to talk just a bit about why 5 minutes of noticing parts can change our whole day. Just small steps. Some things to remember is that parts operate in the background without awareness, and they can pull you and me too, for that matter, in different directions. And daily check-in is equivalent to something like a tuning instrument, and small adjustments create harmony for the whole day. Just that tuning fork can help. And it doesn't take a lot. And you can even go with two simple prompts like this: who's here? And how do you feel toward them? And if your heart is more closed than open when you ask that feel toward question, it's an indicator that there's another part present. Maybe that is reacting to the part that showed up first. And see if they both could soften back. Who could use my attention today? Or maybe both of you do. And that's where whoever shows up, jot them down in a journal, and it can help you map your parts. Parts mapping, you hear about it a lot. Doesn't have to be a huge thing. Thanks for that thumbs up, too, and welcome, Lynn, if you're here. But I noticed just getting onto this live and running a little behind, and my achiever, people pleaser showing up, and that young part that they protect before doing something like this, and how simply pausing can shift the energy. And so just be aware of that. And some tips for consistency: maybe it's a morning ritual while sipping coffee or journaling, just one or two sentences, or checking in, jotting down the parts that show up, and maybe one thing that who's here and what they may have said, but it doesn't have to be a lot. And so I encourage you and me, and sometimes I struggle with consistency, to sit down today and maybe try this once before we go to bed. No perfection needed. And even a single check in can change the tone for your day. And I'm going to lead you in a short meditation and check in now. Maybe this is your once, and just take a little bit jotting down either during the meditation or at the end of the time. But let's begin and just find a comfortable seat or lie down. Allow your body to soften. Take a slow breath in and a gentle breath out. Let yourself arrive here. See if you can set aside the rest of your day for just about 10 minutes. Notice the support beneath you. Feel the steadiness of the ground. With each breath, allow your body to settle a little more. If it's helpful, you can imagine roots reaching down, anchoring you. Now, gently turn your attention inward. Invite curiosity. No need to search. Simply notice what arises. And ask within, who's here? Notice if a part comes forward. Maybe an inner critic, achiever, or a young part holding emotion. And take your time. And then ask, how do I feel toward them? Allow the response to emerge naturally. There's no right or wrong answer. If you notice a warm or curious feeling, simply spend a moment with that part. If judgment arises, that's okay too. Just notice that another part may be present. Thank it for showing up. See if you're noticing some judgment, see if it could soften back and maybe make note of it. If it can soften back, thank it and let it know we get to know our parts better one at a time, but it matters. Then see if you could turn back to the original part that showed up and see if you can extend just a little bit of open heartedness and offer a kind word to the part. Maybe say something like, I see you. Thank you for being here. You don't need to fix or change anything. Just being with them is enough. Then, just one final question before we close to this part, or maybe a couple parts. What do you need to trust me just a little more? I want to get to know you and just notice. Then see if there's anything else before we begin to close. And then take one more deep breath. Sense the whole of your inner world. Send around a gratitude to the part or parts that you spent some time with today. Thank those that may have softened back to witness this interaction. And if parts are revealing themselves, take some time to jot them down. You can even just use a voice app on your phone. It helps parts be seen, valued, and notice the presence of self, that spaciousness that you may feel, holding space for all that arose. And then slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready, if your eyes were closed, you can gently open them. See if you can carry this awareness with you into the rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining me here. I'll hang around for a bit. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat, or if you prefer and you're watching a recording, you can engage there. And you can always send me an email to tim@faithfullygrowing.com. And if you haven't, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, like this video. It helps the algorithms know that we're here and active, from what I hear. No tech expert here. Um, and if you want to find out more about me, you can head over to my website, faithfullygrowing.com. Or if it's easier to remember, exploreifs.com will get you there too. But I'll hang tight for just another minute or so. So grateful. Yeah. Thanks for showing up. Invite others. Do this each week on Tuesdays, 9 a.m. US Central or Chicago time. But so grateful for this community. Uh, we're in this together. And let's see if we can be kind to ourselves this week and notice those parts that are active. They make us who we are. They belong. All right. Thank you all. And join next week if you can. Reach out if it's helpful. Take care.